Now, the alcohol industry is begging for leniency in the budget speech this year. It says it needs a break to recover from the tough two pandemic years. It cites the fact that some 30% of local craft breweries have had to shut shop, resulting in some 150,000 jobs being lost. Tanya Nefdt reports.
With a slow road to recovery, the liquor trade is crying out for help. The industry was one of the hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic, with the sale of alcohol coming to a complete standstill during the various lockdown restrictions. It is now calling on government to impose a tax break to allow these businesses to get back on their feet. Industry leaders got together to discuss how government could better approach taxes.
Our biggest appeal is to recognise the positive role that the beer industry plays in every economy, and that's globally, and then drilling down to South Africa, and then really roping in our expectations from the budget is to say, look, the whole world is in a space of economic recovery. How then do we include the beer industry and SAB in particular as part of the story? And it is to plead to the Minister of Finance to say, keep excise in line with adjustment, not because in line with excise, in line with inflation, excuse me, and it really is to say that we deserve some sort of reprieve that allows us to increase investments.
There are around 36,000 taverns across South Africa whose livelihoods depend on the income from their privately owned small businesses. These SMMEs buckled severely under the financial pressure.
We have made submissions to both the President and the Minister of Finance in terms of what we require to see in the budget speech. I think the critical one was the 0% excess increase that we called for, but also the abolishment of the sin tax weighting, which we feel that, it's anti-progressive. An increase will erode profitability, which is going to encourage the illicit trade of alcohol, which has taken hold in our township space. Almost the beer that is sold or alcohol that is sold in the illicit market is 43% cheaper than what you find in our businesses. So we really need to support legal businesses.
But with days to go to the all-important national budget address, will their prayers be answered?
Yes, certainly the decision made on how to tax the beer industry has probably already been. It's history. But I do believe that there can be a little bit of flexibility at the last minute to make small adjustments. It won't break the bank, so to speak, of the Treasury, and yet can make a huge difference to an industry that does employ hundreds of thousands of people.
The industry is hoping come budget day there will be good news for it. Tanya Nefdt, Cape Town.